Question 1. What does this warning sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Road narrows on both sides. B. Dangerous curve to the right. C. Steep descent ahead. D. Slippery road surface. Answers is B. Dangerous curve to the right. This sign warns drivers of a dangerous curve to the right ahead. You should reduce your speed and be prepared for the turn. Question 2. When are you required to use your vehicle's headlights during the day? A. Only on highways and freeways. B. In poor visibility due to rain or fog. C. When driving in residential areas. D. Never. Only park lights are needed. Answers is B. In poor visibility due to rain or fog. Must be used in conditions of poor visibility, such as heavy rain, fog, or smoke, to ensure your vehicle is visible to other road users. Question 3. What action must you take when you encounter this sign? A. Slow down and proceed with caution. B. Stop completely and give way to traffic. C. Only stop if other vehicles are present. D. Accelerate to clear intersection. Answers is B. Stop completely and give way to traffic. A stop sign means you must stop your vehicle completely before the stop line or intersection and give way to all traffic on the intersecting road. Question 4. What is the general maximum speed limit in a residential area unless otherwise signed? A. 60 km per hour. B. 50 km per hour. C. 80 km per hour. D. 40 km per hour. Answers is B. 50. In residential areas often by this sign, the default speed limit is 50, unless different signs are clearly displayed, and lower speeds may be required in shared zones. Question 5. What does this prohibitory sign indicate for drivers? A. Overtaking permitted if safe. B. Overtaking is prohibited for all. C. Only trucks cannot overtake. D. Overtaking allowed at night. Answers is B. Overtaking is prohibited for all. This sign indicates that overtaking other vehicles is prohibited for all drivers from this point onwards. You must not cross the center line to overtake. Question 6. What should you do if you are dazzled by the high beams of an oncoming vehicle at night? A. Flash your high beams back. B. Look slightly to the left edge of the road. C. Close your eyes briefly. D. Slow down and steer towards right. Answers is B. Look slightly to the left edge of the road. To reduce the effect of glare from oncoming headlights, drivers should look slightly to the left edge of the road until the vehicle has passed. Question 7. What does this mandatory sign indicate is ahead? A. Give way intersection. B. A railway crossing. C. A roundabout. D. A pedestrian crossing. Answers is C. A roundabout. This sign indicates that you are approaching a roundabout. You must give way to any vehicle already in the roundabout. Question 8. When is it permissible to make a U-turn at traffic lights in Australia? A. Only when permitted sign is shown. B. Anytime if the way is clear and safe. C. Only if you are turning right. D. Never. U-turns are always illegal. Answers is A. Only when permitted sign is shown. U-turns are generally prohibited at intersections with traffic lights unless a specific sign permits them. Always check for signs. Question 9. What does this prohibitory sign signify? A. You can stop for a short time. B. You must not park your vehicle here. C. Parking allowed if you stay in car. D. Parking permitted after hours. Answers is B. You must not park your vehicle here. A no parking sign means you are not allowed to park your vehicle in that area. However, you may stop briefly to pick up or drop off passengers or goods. Question 10. This sign implies parking restrictions. How far must you park from a fire hydrant? A. 1 meter, B. 2 meters, C. 3 meters, D. 5 meters. Answers is C. 3 meters. A zone sign implies parking restrictions. Drivers must not park closer than 3 meters to a fire hydrant, whether it is on the road or the footpath. Question 11. What does this sign warn about? A series of curves. A. 2 sharp curves left. B. Series of curves first to right. C. Winding road no direction. D. Curve ahead then straight road. Answers is B. Series of curves first to right. This sign warns of a series of dangerous curves ahead, with the first curve turning to the right. Drivers should reduce speed. Question 12. When approaching a pedestrian crossing without traffic lights, who has priority? A. Vehicles always have priority. B. Pedestrians on or about to enter. C. Only cyclists have priority. D. The fastest vehicle has priority. Answers is B. Pedestrians on or about to enter. Drivers must give way to any pedestrian on or about to enter a pedestrian crossing without traffic lights. Be prepared to stop. Question 13. What action does this priority sign require? A. Stop and wait for instructions. B. Give way to all traffic from others. C. Proceed without stopping. D. Give way only to vehicles on right. Answers is B. Give way to all traffic from others. This give way sign means you must slow down and be prepared to stop if necessary, giving way to all traffic from other directions. Question 14. What is the correct following distance under normal dry conditions? A. 1 car length. B. Rule. C. Rule. D. 5 meters. Answers is B. Rule. The rule is a common guideline for safe following distance under normal driving conditions, allowing enough time to react and stop. Question 15. What does this prohibitory sign mean for entering a road? A. Entry permitted for light vehicles. B. Do not enter. Entry is prohibited. C. Entry only for emergency vehicles. D. Entry permitted at slow speed. Answers is B. Do not enter. Entry is prohibited. This do not enter sign indicates that entry to the road or lane is prohibited for all vehicles from the direction it is facing. Question 16. Before changing lanes, what is the sequence of actions you should take? A. Signal, check mirrors, change lane. B. Signal, head check, change lane. C. Head check, signal, change lane, mirrors. D. Signal, accelerate, change lane. Answers is B. Signal, head check, change lane. The correct sequence is to check your mirrors, signal your intention, perform a head check to cover blind spots, then safely change lanes. Question 17. What does this mandatory sign require? A. Turn left only. B. Proceed straight ahead only. C. Turn right or left. D. U-turn permitted. Answers is B. Proceed straight ahead only. This sign indicates that vehicles must proceed straight ahead only. Turning left or right or making a U-turn is not permitted. Question 18. Seeing this sign and then flashing yellow lights, what action should you take at the intersection? A. Treat it like a green light. B. Slow down, proceed cautiously, give way. C. Stop completely and wait for green. D. Speed up to clear intersection. Answers is B. Slow down, proceed cautiously, give way. The traffic light ahead sign with flashing yellow lights means to slow down, proceed with caution, and be prepared to give way as if it were a sign. Question 19. What does this sign mean for heavy vehicles? A. Heavy vehicles must slow. B. No entry for goods vehicles. C. Heavy vehicles can only turn left. D. Heavy vehicles must use lane. Answers is B. No entry for goods vehicles. This sign prohibits the entry of goods vehicles, trucks into the road or area. Other vehicles may still enter. Question 20. When parking on a hill facing uphill with a curb, how should you position your front wheels? A. Straight ahead. B. Turned away from the curb. C. Turned towards the curb. D. It does not matter which way. Answers is B. Turned away from the curb. When parking uphill with a curb, turn your front wheels away from the curb. If the brakes fail, the car will roll back into the curb. Question 21. What does this sign warn about the road surface? A. Uneven road ahead. B. Slippery road when wet. C. Loose gravel on road. D. Road works in progress. Answers is B. Slippery road when wet. This sign warns of a slippery road surface, especially when wet. Drivers should reduce speed and increase their following distance. Question 22. What is the minimum safe distance you must maintain from a stopped tram or bus when passengers are entering or exiting? A. 1 meter. B. 3 meters. C. 5 meters. D. You can pass if road is clear. Answers is B. 3 meters. In Australia, you must keep at least 3 meters away from a stopped tram or bus when passengers are entering or exiting, unless it's in a dedicated lane. Question 23. What does this sign indicate about the road's priority? A. You must stop. B. You are on a priority road. C. Give way to oncoming traffic. D. End of priority road. Answers is B. You are on a priority road. This sign indicates that you are on a priority road, meaning you have right of way over traffic entering from minor roads or intersections unless otherwise signed. Question 24. When are you permitted to cross a solid white line on the road? A. To overtake a slow vehicle. B. Never unless directed by police. C. To turn into a driveway. D. When there is no oncoming traffic. Answers is B. Never unless directed by police. Solid white lines indicate that you must not cross them, except in or when directed by a police officer or authorized road worker. Question 25. What does this sign prohibit? A. No left turn allowed. B. No right turn allowed. C. No U-turn allowed. D. No overtaking. Answers is B. No right turn allowed. This sign prohibits vehicles from making a right turn at the intersection or junction where it is displayed. Question 26. What is the purpose of flashing hazard lights while driving? A. To indicate you are parking. B. To warn others of hazard or breakdown. C. To show you are driving slowly. D. To thank other drivers. Answers is B. To warn others of hazard or breakdown. Hazard lights are used to warn other drivers of a temporary hazard, such as a breakdown, an accident, or slow-moving traffic ahead. Question 27. What does this mandatory sign indicate? A. Proceed straight. B. Turn right only. C. Turn left only. D. Turn right or left. Answers is B. Turn right only. This sign indicates that all vehicles must turn right at the intersection or junction where it is displayed. Question 28. What should you do if you miss your exit on a freeway? A. Reverse on the shoulder to the exit. B. Proceed to next exit and find route. C. Stop and wait for a gap to cross. D. Make a U-turn if traffic is light. Answers is B. Proceed to next exit and find route. If you miss your exit, you should continue to the next exit and find an alternative route. Never reverse or stop on a freeway. Question 29. What does this sign mean for motorcyclists? A. Motorcycles must use another lane. B. No entry for motorcycles. C. Motorcycles have priority. D. Motorcycles must park here. Answers is B. No entry for motorcycles. This sign indicates that motorcycles are prohibited from entering the road or area. Other vehicles may still enter. Question 30. This sign indicates an area with frequent accidents. What driving attitude is crucial here? A. Aggressive driving. B. Increased caution and vigilance. C. Faster driving to exit quickly. D. Ignoring other drivers. Answers is B. Increased caution and vigilance. An accident concentration area sign demands increased caution and vigilance from drivers to prevent further incidents. Be extra alert and prepared. Question 31. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Steep descent. B. Steep ascent. C. Uneven road. D. Road narrows. Answers is B. Steep ascent. This sign warns drivers of a steep ascent ahead. You may need to change to a lower gear to maintain power and speed. Question 32. What is the legal requirement for child restraints in Australia? A. Children under 7 must sit in front. B. Children under 7 must use approved restraint. C. Children can sit on laps. D. Only need restraints. Answers is B. Children under 7 must use approved restraint. Children up to 7 years old must be seated in an approved child restraint. The type of restraint depends on their age and size. Question 33. What does this prohibitory sign indicate? A. No left turn. B. No U-turn. C. No right turn. D. No parking. Answers is B. No U-turn. This sign prohibits drivers from making a U-turn at the intersection or section of road where it is displayed. Question 34. When driving in foggy conditions, which lights should you use? A. High beam headlights. B. Low beam and fog lights if available. C. Parking lights only. D. No lights necessary in daytime fog. Answers is B. Low beam and fog lights if available. In foggy conditions, use low beam headlights and fog lights if fitted. High beams reflect off the fog, reducing visibility further. Question 35. What does this warning sign mean for pedestrians? A. Children playing ahead. B. Pedestrian crossing ahead. C. No pedestrians allowed. D. Footpath ends. Answers is B. Pedestrian crossing ahead. This sign warns drivers that there is a pedestrian crossing ahead. You should slow down and be prepared to stop for pedestrians. Question 36. What must you do at this railway crossing if lights are flashing but no barrier? A. Slow down and proceed if clear. B. Stop and only proceed when lights stop. C. Proceed carefully if no train visible. D. Accelerate to cross quickly. Answers is B. Stop and only proceed when lights stop. At a railway crossing with flashing lights, You must stop and remain stopped until the lights stop flashing, and it is safe to proceed, even if there is no barrier. Question 37. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Road narrows. B. Uneven road surface. C. Slippery road. D. Steep descent. Answers is B. Uneven road surface. This sign warns drivers of an uneven road surface ahead. You should reduce speed to maintain control and avoid damage to your vehicle. Question 38. What is the primary purpose of a safety barrier on the side of a road? A. To prevent littering. B. To prevent vehicles leaving road dangerously. C. To indicate a parking zone. D. To mark property. Answers is B. To prevent vehicles leaving road dangerously. Safety barriers, guardrails, or crash barriers are designed to redirect errant vehicles and prevent them from colliding with roadside hazards or leaving the road in a dangerous manner. Question 39. What does this prohibitory sign indicate about speed? A. Minimum speed 50 km per hour. B. Maximum speed limit 50 km per hour. C. End of all speed restrictions. D. Recommended speed 50 km per hour. Answers is B. Maximum speed limit 50. This sign indicates the maximum speed limit for the road ahead is 50. You must not exceed this speed. Question 40. This sign indicates specific rules. When is it generally appropriate to use your horn? A. To greet a friend. B. To warn others of danger. C. To express frustration. D. When passing a cyclist. Answers is B. To warn others of danger. This no sounding of horn sign prohibits horn use in specific areas. Generally, the horn should only be used to warn other road users or animals of danger. Question 41. What does this mandatory sign indicate for movement? A. Proceed straight. B. Turn right only. C. Turn left only. D. Go straight or left. Answers is C. Turn left only. This sign indicates that all vehicles must turn left at the intersection or junction where it is displayed. Question 42. You are about to enter a road with this sign. What is the proper procedure for entry? A. Stop at ramp end and wait. B. Accelerate on ramp to match speed merge. C. Merge immediately into first lane. D. Use hazard lights to signal. Answers is B. Accelerate on ramp to match speed merge. This sign indicates a road for motor vehicles. When entering, use the acceleration lane to build up speed to match traffic flow, then merge safely. Question 43. What does this prohibitory sign signify for goods vehicles? A. Goods vehicles use right lane. B. No overtaking for goods vehicles. C. Goods vehicles must park here. D. Goods vehicles restricted by weight. Answers is B. No overtaking for goods vehicles. This sign means that goods vehicles trucks are prohibited from overtaking other vehicles from this point until the restriction is lifted. Question 44. What is the correct way to merge safely into traffic? A. Slow down and wait for traffic to stop. B. Adjust speed, match flow, find a gap. C. Force your way into a gap. D. Signal just as you enter new lane. Answers is B. Adjust speed, match flow, find a gap. To merge safely, you should adjust your speed to match that of the traffic you are merging into, signal your intention, and find a safe gap. Question 45. What does this sign warn about? A. Road closed ahead. B. Road works ahead. C. Traffic congestion ahead. D. Loose gravel on road. Answers is B, road works ahead. This sign warns drivers that there are road works ahead. You should reduce speed, be alert for workers and equipment, and follow any temporary directions. Question 46. What is defensive driving? A. Driving aggressively to save time. B. Anticipating hazards and reacting safely. C. Driving without a specific destination. D. Always driving at the speed limit. Answers is B. Anticipating hazards and reacting safely. Defensive driving involves anticipating potential hazards by other road users or road conditions and taking action to avoid them. Question 47. What does this sign mean at a railway crossing? A. Railway crossing. B. Railway crossing. C. Railway station ahead. D. No trains currently running. Answers is B. Railway crossing. This sign indicates a railway crossing ahead. Drivers should prepare to stop and check for trains before crossing. Question 48. When are you allowed to make a right turn from a left lane? A. If the left lane has a right turn arrow. B. Never, it is generally illegal. C. If traffic is light and safe. D. Only in an emergency situation. Answers is B. Never, it is generally illegal. You must turn from the correct lane. Making a right turn from a left lane is generally illegal and very dangerous as it can cause collisions. Question 49. What does this prohibitory sign indicate? A. No parking allowed. B. No stopping at any time. C. Stopping allowed for loading. D. Stopping allowed for short time. Answers is B. No stopping at any time. This no stopping sign means you are not permitted to stop your vehicle for any reason, even briefly, at any time in the area it applies to. Question 50. What is the correct procedure for turning left at an intersection? A. Start turning from the right lane. B. Signal, position left, check, turn. C. Signal after you start turning. D. Accelerate into the turn quickly. Answers is B. Signal, position left, check, turn. To turn left, you should signal your intention, position your vehicle in the leftmost lane, check your mirrors and blind spots, then turn when safe. Question 51. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Steep ascent. B. Steep descent. C. Uneven road. D. Road narrows. Answers is B. Steep descent. This sign warns drivers of a steep descent ahead. You may need to use a lower gear to control your speed and prevent brake fade. Question 52. What should you do if your vehicle starts to aquaplane? A. Steer sharply into the slide. B. Ease off accelerator, hold steering straight. C. Brake hard immediately. D. Accelerate to regain traction. Answers is B. Ease off accelerator, hold steering straight. If your vehicle aquaplanes, ease off the accelerator and hold the steering wheel straight. Do not brake or steer sharply until you regain traction. Question 53. What does this sign tell you about the road you are on? A. You are on a priority road. B. End of priority road. C. Give way ahead. D. Stop ahead. Answers is B. End of priority road. This sign indicates the end of a priority road. From this point, you no longer have automatic and must observe other priority rules. Question 54. You see this sign, emergency stopping lane on a freeway. What should you do if your vehicle breaks down? A. Stay in vehicle in moving lane. B. Move to shoulder, hazard lights, stay safe. C. Exit vehicle and try to fix it. D. Call a friend to pick you up. Answers is B. Move to shoulder hazard lights, stay safe. If your vehicle breaks down on a freeway, move it safely into an emergency stopping lane if available, turn on hazard lights, and stay away from moving traffic while awaiting assistance. Question 55. What does this sign prohibit? A. No right turn. B. No left turn. C. No U-turn. D. No overtaking. Answers is B. No left turn. This sign prohibits vehicles from making a left turn at the intersection or junction where it is displayed. Question 56. What is the purpose of a blind spot check before changing lanes? A. To see if your signal is working. B. To check areas not visible in mirrors. C. To check for police vehicles. D. To admire your vehicle's side. Answers is B. To check areas not visible in mirrors. A blind spot check involves quickly looking over your shoulder to see any vehicles that may be in your blind spots, which are not visible in your mirrors. Question 57. What does this sign indicate about passing an obstacle? A. Pass obstacle on left. B. Pass obstacle on right. C. Pass on either side. D. Stop before obstacle. Answers is B. Pass obstacle on right. This sign indicates that you must pass the obstacle such as a traffic island or road division on the right side. Question 58. When is it legal to perform a turn? A. On busy main roads. B. Only if no prohibition and it's safe. C. At traffic lights. D. When you need to change direction fast. Answers is B. Only if no prohibition and it's safe. A turn is only permitted when there are no signs prohibiting it. It is safe to do so, and you are not obstructing traffic. Question 59. What does this sign warn about other road users? A. Adult pedestrians ahead. B. Children likely to be present. C. School zone ends. D. Playground ahead. Answers is B. Children likely to be present. This sign warns drivers that children are likely to be in the area, often near schools or playgrounds. You should drive with extreme caution. Question 60. What does a broken white line on the road signify? A. You must not cross it. B. You may cross to overtake if safe. C. It marks the edge of the road. D. It indicates a parking zone. Answers is B. You may cross to overtake if safe. A broken white line generally indicates that you may cross it to change lanes or overtake, provided it is safe to do so and there is no oncoming traffic. Question 61. What does this sign indicate about parking on specific days? A. No parking on even days. B. No parking on days. C. Parking restricted at night. D. Parking allowed only on odd days. Answers is B. No parking on days. This sign prohibits parking on days of the month. You must check the date before parking in this area. Question 62. When should you increase your following distance? A. When driving faster. B. In bad weather or heavy traffic. C. When you are in a hurry. D. Only when following large trucks. Answers is B. In bad weather or heavy traffic. You should increase your following distance in adverse conditions like rain, fog, or heavy traffic to allow more time to react and stop safely. Question 63. What does this sign mean for oncoming traffic? A. You have priority over oncoming. B. Oncoming traffic has priority over you. C. Both directions have equal priority. D. Road is one way ahead. Answers is B. Oncoming traffic has priority over you. This sign indicates that oncoming traffic has priority over your vehicle. You must give way to any vehicles approaching from the opposite direction. Question 64. What is the recommended action if you hear the siren of an emergency vehicle? A. Speed up to get out of its way. B. Move safely to the left and stop. C. Continue driving as normal. D. Flash headlights to acknowledge it. Answers is B. Move safely to the left and stop. If you hear or see an emergency vehicle, police, fire, ambulance with flashing lights or a siren, you must move safely to the left and stop until it has passed. Question 65. What does this sign indicate about the road? A. Two-way traffic ahead. B. One-way road. C. No entry. D. Traffic lights ahead. Answers is B. One-way road. This sign indicates that the road you are on or about to enter is a one-way road. All traffic moves in the same direction. Question 66. What must you do before opening your car door on the side of the road? A. Open it quickly to get out. B. Check for cyclists and other traffic. C. Only look straight ahead. D. It does not matter if parked. Answers is B. Check for cyclists and other traffic. Before opening your car door, you must check for approaching traffic, especially cyclists, to ensure it is safe and does not endanger others. Question 67. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Ahead. B. Hump or speed bump ahead. C. Uneven road surface. D. Steep ascent. Answers is B. Hump or speed bump ahead. This sign warns drivers of a hump or speed bump ahead. You should reduce your speed to cross it smoothly and avoid damage to your vehicle. Question 68. When are you permitted to overtake another vehicle on the left passenger side? A. On multi-lane roads anytime. B. When traffic is slow in queues. C. To pass a turning right vehicle. D. Never, always overtake on right. Answers is B. When traffic is slow in queues. Overtaking on the left is generally only permitted when the vehicle ahead is turning right, or on multi-lane roads when traffic is congested and moving slowly in parallel lanes. Question 69. What does this sign indicate for cyclists? A. No cyclists allowed. B. Cyclists may be leaving or entering. C. Dedicated cycle track ahead. D. Cyclists must dismount. Answers is B. Cyclists may be leaving or entering. This sign warns drivers that cyclists may be leaving or entering the road ahead, typically near cycle paths or crossings. Be prepared to give way. Question 70. What is the primary danger of driving with worn tires? A. Increased fuel consumption. B. Grip and braking ability. C. A noisier ride. D. Faster acceleration. Answers is B. Grip and braking ability. Worn tires have tread depth, significantly reducing grip on the road, especially in wet conditions, and increasing braking distances. Question 71. What does this sign signify for pedestrians? A. No pedestrian access. B. Pedestrian crossing ahead. C. Pedestrian path only. D. Pedestrian tunnel. Answers is B. Pedestrian crossing ahead. This sign indicates a pedestrian crossing ahead, advising drivers to be aware and prepared to stop for pedestrians. Question 72. This sign indicates a parking place. When performing a reverse parallel park, what is the first step? A. Hard left turn. B. Position parallel to front car. C. Reverse straight back. D. Open door to C curb. Answers is B. Position parallel to front car. When parallel parking in A area like this sign indicates, the first step is to position your vehicle alongside the vehicle you intend to park behind, aligning your rear wheels. Question 73. What does this information sign indicate? A. Road for motor vehicles. B. Motorway expressway ahead. C. End of motorway. D. Toll road. Answers is B. Motorway expressway ahead. This sign indicates the beginning of a motorway or expressway. Special rules regarding speed limits, overtaking and types of vehicles may apply. Question 74. What should you do if an animal suddenly runs onto the road in front of your vehicle? A. Swerve sharply to avoid it. B. Brake firmly and steer straight. C. Accelerate to pass it quickly. D. Sound your horn repeatedly. Answers is B. Brake firmly and steer straight. If an animal runs onto the road, especially in areas warned by a wild animal sign, brake firmly and steer straight if safe. Swerving could be dangerous. Question 75. What does this prohibitory sign indicate? A. No entry for trucks. B. No entry for all vehicles. C. No U-turn. D. Pedestrian zone. Answers is B. No entry for all vehicles. This sign means no entry for all vehicles or movement prohibited. You must not proceed past this sign in your vehicle. Question 76. How should you adjust your driving in heavy rain? A. Maintain normal speed. B. Reduce speed, increase distance, use lights. C. Use high beam headlights. D. Drive close to the car in front. Answers is B. Reduce speed, increase distance, use lights. In heavy rain, you should reduce your speed, increase your following distance, use low beam headlights, and be aware of aquaplaning. Question 77. What does this warning sign mean? A. Slippery road. B. Loose gravel or stone materials. C. Road works ahead. D. Uneven road. Answers is B. Loose gravel or stone materials. This sign warns of loose gravel or stone materials on the road, which can cause loss of traction and flick up, damaging other vehicles. Reduce speed. Question 78. What is the maximum penalty for serious driving offenses like dangerous driving causing death? A. A small fine. B. Imprisonment and license disqualification. C. Community service only. D. A warning letter. Answers is B. Imprisonment and license disqualification. Serious driving offenses can result in severe, including lengthy imprisonment, substantial fines, and long-term license disqualification. Question 79. What does this sign indicate about the priority of the road? A. Oncoming traffic has priority. B. You have priority over oncoming traffic. C. Give way to all traffic. D. Road narrows. Answers is B. You have priority over oncoming traffic. This sign indicates that you have priority over any oncoming traffic, often used on narrow sections of road where only one vehicle can pass at a time. Question 80. What is the primary risk of driving while fatigued? A. Increased fuel use. B. Concentration and reaction time. C. Improved driving skills. D. Faster journey times. Answers is B. Concentration and reaction time. Fatigue significantly impairs your ability to drive safely, leading to concentration, slower reaction times, and increased risk of falling asleep at the wheel. Question 81. What does this sign indicate about movement in certain lanes? A. Speed limits in lanes. B. Of movement in lanes. C. Lane ends ahead. D. Lane use restrictions. Answers is B, of movement in lanes. This sign indicates the mandatory directions of movement for vehicles in each lane at an intersection or section of road, often with arrows. Question 82. Before making a turn, how far in advance should you signal your intention? A. Just as you begin to turn. B. At least 30 meters before the turn. C. Only if there are other vehicles. D. It does not matter. Answers is B. At least 30 meters before the turn. You should signal your intention to turn for a sufficient distance, usually at least 30 meters, to give other road users ample warning of your actions. Question 83. What does this warning sign indicate is ahead? A. Railway crossing. B. Traffic lights ahead. C. Stop sign ahead. D. Roundabout ahead. Answers is B. Traffic lights ahead. This sign warns drivers that there are traffic lights ahead, allowing you to prepare to slow down or stop if required. Question 84. What is the purpose of ABS braking system? A. To reduce stopping distance in all conditions. B. To prevent wheels from locking during braking. C. To increase vehicle speed on slippery roads. D. To make the brakes last longer. Answers is B. To prevent wheels from locking during braking. ABS helps you maintain steering control during emergency braking by preventing the wheels from locking up, especially on slippery surfaces. Question 85. What does this prohibitory sign indicate? A. No entry for all vehicles. B. No entry for dangerous goods vehicles. C. No heavy vehicles. D. No entry for trucks. Answers is B. No entry for dangerous goods vehicles. This sign prohibits the entry of vehicles carrying dangerous goods into the area or road due to potential hazards. Question 86. When should you use your vehicle's parking brake? A. Only when parking on a hill. B. Every time you park your vehicle. C. Only in. D. When stopped at traffic lights. Answers is B. Every time you park your vehicle. The parking brake handbrake should be engaged every time you park your vehicle, even on flat ground, as a safety measure. Question 87. What does this sign mean for vehicles with trailers? A. Trailers only. B. No entry for vehicles with trailer. C. Trailers must use a different lane. D. Trailers maintain a certain speed. Answers is B. No entry for vehicles with trailer. This sign prohibits vehicles that are towing a trailer from entering the road or area, often due to tight turns or steep gradients. Question 88. What is the best way to deal with road rage from another driver? A. Retaliate with aggressive driving. B. Avoid eye contact, ignore, move away. C. Confront the driver at next lights. D. Honk your horn repeatedly. Answers is B. Avoid eye contact, ignore, move away. The safest approach is to avoid confrontation. Do not make eye contact, ignore the driver, and if necessary, find a safe place to pull over or change your route. Question 89. What does this sign indicate about road conditions? A. Strong headwind. B. Strong side wind. C. Tailwind ahead. D. Wind direction changes. Answers is B. Strong side wind. This sign warns drivers of strong side winds ahead, which can affect vehicle stability, especially for larger vehicles or those with trailers. Grip the wheel firmly. Question 90. What is the main reason for regularly checking your tire pressure? A. To make your car go faster. B. For safety, fuel efficiency, tire life. C. To clean the tires. D. Only needed before long trips. Answers is B, for safety, fuel efficiency, tire life. Correct tire pressure is crucial for road safety, optimal handling, fuel efficiency, and extending the life of your tires. Check regularly. Question 91. What does this sign indicate about the junction ahead? A. Major road intersection. B. Junction with a minor road. C. Roundabout ahead. D. Dead end road. Answers is B. Junction with a minor road. This sign warns drivers of a junction ahead with a minor road joining from the right and left. Be prepared for traffic from either side. Question 92. This sign marks a residential area. What applies to shared zones found within such areas? A. Exclusively for pedestrians. B. Vehicles and pedestrians share low speed. C. Only public transport allowed. D. Areas for parking only. Answers is B. Vehicles and pedestrians share low speed. Within residential areas, shared zones allow vehicles and pedestrians to mix, and the speed limit is very low, often 10. Drivers must give way to pedestrians. Question 93. What does this sign indicate regarding minimum speed? A. Maximum speed 50 km per hour. B. Minimum speed limit 50 km per hour. C. Recommended speed 50 km per hour. D. Speed zone ends. Answers is B. Minimum speed limit 50. This sign indicates a minimum speed limit of 50. You must not drive slower than this speed, unless conditions make it unsafe. Question 94. What is the purpose of head restraints headrests in a vehicle? A. To make long drives more comfortable. B. To prevent whiplash in collision. C. To support your head while sleeping. D. To hold your hair back. Answers is B. To prevent whiplash in collision. Properly adjusted head restraints are a critical safety feature designed to support your head and neck, preventing whiplash in collisions. Question 95. What does this sign indicate about parking? A. Park perpendicular to the curb. B. Park parallel to the curb. C. No parking zone. D. Parking on the footpath. Answers is B. Park parallel to the curb. This additional information plate indicates that vehicles must park parallel to the edge of the carriageway or curb in the parking area. Question 96. When towing a trailer, how does it affect your driving? A. It makes your vehicle accelerate faster. B. Increases braking distance, wider turns. C. Improves fuel efficiency. D. The vehicle easier to maneuver. Answers is B. Increases braking distance, wider turns. Towing a trailer significantly increases your vehicle's overall length and weight, requiring longer braking distances, wider turns, and more caution. Question 97. What does this sign warn about other road users? A. Wild animals ahead. B. Cattle or livestock crossing. C. Horse riders ahead. D. Farmers working. Answers is B. Cattle or livestock crossing. This sign warns drivers that cattle or other farm animals may be crossing or present on the road. Drive slowly and be prepared to stop. Question 98. What is the stop, look, listen rule primarily used for? A. Before crossing an intersection. B. Before crossing uncontrolled railway. C. Before changing lanes on a freeway. D. When parking your vehicle. Answers is B. Before crossing uncontrolled railway. The stop, look, listen rule is essential at uncontrolled railway level crossings, where you must stop, look for trains, and listen for approaching trains before proceeding. Question 99. What does this sign signify about the road condition? A. Steep descent. B. Falling rocks or debris from slope. C. Loose gravel on road. D. Road works ahead. Answers is B. Falling rocks or debris from slope. This sign warns of falling rocks or debris from a slope or cliff face alongside the road. Drive cautiously and be prepared for obstacles. Question 100. What should you do if your vehicle starts to skid? A. Brake hard and turn sharply. B. Ease off accelerator, steer skid direction. C. Accelerate to pull out of skid. D. Close your eyes and hope for best. Answers is B. Ease off accelerator, steer skid direction. If your vehicle skids, ease off the accelerator, avoid braking hard, and gently steer in the direction the rear of your car is skidding until control is regained.